I mean, you can't act like a single Korok seed's actually that good. Hey everybody, I'm Jammer, and now that I have some time to really digest Super Mario Odyssey, I really wanted to talk about how much this game continues to fascinate me. Each world offers so much to do, places to explore, really offering nearly endless amounts of fun. The thing that impressed me the most about this game is Mario's movement. This is by far the biggest toolbox of moves Mario's has ever had. The addition of Cappy really offers up a ton of diversity to the gameplay, and honestly, I'm not sure if I can ever go back to a 3D Mario without him. Even the hat dive alone truly extends Mario's maneuverability horizontally and vertically. And once you really get the hang of things, it feels so rewarding when you have true mastery over Mario's movement. While Flood felt more like an add-on to Mario's moveset, Cappy feels more like an extension of that. It takes Mario's pre-existing moves and creates new ways for players to experiment with them. If you take a look at the speedrunning community of this game, you will be blown away. The movement looks super high technical and complex, but at the same time, it's doable. A lot of the crazy moves you'll see are completely recreatable on your own. And again, in that way, it's rewarding. As you get better at the game, as you continue to master the control of Mario, you'll be able to achieve things you never thought could even happen. A prime example of this is how people are talking about making a capture-less speedrun, where basically you play through the entire game without using a single capture, or at least using as little as possible. There are some sections in the game that definitively look like there's no way possibly you could get through this without having the capture ability. However, you would be surprised. The first section I want to look at is the beginning part with the frogs and the high platforms. In order to get through this part naturally within the game, you're supposed to capture the frog and use its high jump ability to really get up on top of these high platforms. But with some experimentation of Mario's moves, you can get up there without the frog. Okay, let's try that again. With some experimentation, you can get up there without the... Okay, stop it. That's it. Okay. With some experimentation, you can get up there with... Okay, I get it. Okay, fine. With some experimentation, you can get up here. With some experimentation, it's possible to... Okay. With some experimentation, you can get... Oh my gosh. With some experiment... I'm done. I'm never playing this game again. That's it. Goodbye. The video's over. Get out of here. Another example of this is in New Donk City, where there's a little electric wire where you can go across and takes you to the main platform. This kind of blew up over Twitter and other social media for a while, being dubbed the impossible jump. And again, with a triple jump and a hat dive, you can make it all the way across, with a seemingly such a long gap that Mario couldn't make it. It opens up to a ton of different creative ways to really traverse throughout this game. And that's not necessarily restricted to speedruns or capture-less runs, but this is also incorporated in the platforming and puzzle sections as well. Like Breath of the Wild, puzzles can be solved in multiple different ways. It's really up to the player and how they think they can tackle this obstacle. There's a wide spectrum of ways you can solve these platforming puzzles, but most have an easy or an intended way for you to continue through it. And on the other hand, there's a more skill-based solution that's more based on the mastery of Mario's movement. A great example is this little mini-game thing in New Donk City. So normally to get the moons required here, you have to swing across these little thingy-bingy, I don't even know what they're called. You swing across them, you jump across. The first section is rather easy, you get around the bend, and now there's an even more difficult one. They're moving around, and you kind of just fling your way to victory. At this point in the game, when you're first playing through it, you're just barely getting the hang of Mario's movement, so it could pose a little bit of a challenge, but it's not too difficult. But what if we wanted to skip all of that entirely? Sure, spinning around that thing's a lot of fun, but what if there's a way to just get over to that high platform without going all around those little hoopy things? Yep, you guessed it, it's possible. Just with a quick wall jump, a little hat dive here and there, and you're up. Easy! Then there's this example in the Sand Kingdom. In order to get this moon up on top of this little Jaxie tower or whatever, you're supposed to go down below, go through the pipe, and it'll send you up to the top. But with a quick maneuvering with the bullet bill, you can actually get just enough height to actually make your way over the lip to get up to this platform. And some of these moves look more difficult than they are, and then on the other hand, some are actually as hard as they look. It's really all about just practice, experimentation, and really just getting better at playing as Mario. With this new toolbox of moves, the game really encourages exploration. If you ever question whether you can make it to some platform or make it somewhere over, you probably can. I'm sure you've seen this around, but in the area in the Sand Kingdom where you're about to fight that big boss with the fists, there's those big columns all around, and they're flat on the top. So of course it's worth questioning. Can I get up there? Is there anything worth going? And once you're up there, you're treated with some invisible coins. But why not push us a little bit farther? From here, it kind of looks like we can actually get on top of this entire building here. With a quick ground pound, high jump, wall jump, dive, goodness gracious, that's a mouthful. Yeah, you can get up here no problem. Now normally when you do this the first time, there's a giant stack of coins, but here, there's still some coins. Another great example is in the Cascade Kingdom. Here you're supposed to line up chain jumps to kind of punch into each other to land in those little sockets in order to get the moon. But while I was here, trying to find the second moon in this room, I was so confused where the heck it could be. And I noticed that there was, a platform on top of that little socket that you shot the chain jumps into. So I thought to myself, well, what's stopping me from getting over there? What if I, use the chain jump, kind of decapture to recapture the next one, get to that little platform, jump from there onto the top of it, and see maybe there's a glowing spot or something. There was no moon, but I was pleasantly surprised to see that there was some invisible coins up there. Again, the point being is that all these areas that we're kind of experimenting and trying to get to, these are all places the developers intended that people would explore and reach. Now I get it. Coins as a reward itself isn't necessarily the greatest reward, but it's what you can do with them that is rewarding. As I talked about in my review, the cosmetics are so addicting in this game, and you can never have enough coins to be able to buy all the rest of the costumes in this game. And if you think about it, some of these areas are as challenging as they are, so putting a regional coin or even a moon back there might inhibit some players who maybe don't have that kind of skill. Coins are the least invasive reward that still gives the player some sort of satisfaction for reaching the platform they tried to get to. What I'm trying to say is better than nothing, right? You can't act like a single Korok seed's actually that good. It's once you build up a bunch and then exchange it in for then the backpack upgrades, that's when the value actually comes in. Same situation here. I think this is really the best thing about this game. Mario's movement in this game is simple, at the same time can be so complex. By chaining moves together, you can really pull off some crazy things you never thought would be possible. With these abilities and the mastery of Mario, you can solve puzzles, these platforming sections, and really explore to new areas you never thought would even be possible. The intentional design of this game is to captivate players of all skill levels. Sure, Nintendo, Mario, they're kid games, right? But there is something tucked in here for older and more experienced gamers. Many platforming sections are initially designed based on capture abilities. Playing as the capture abilities themselves isn't necessarily too difficult. In addition to being outright crazy, fun, and really diversifying the gameplay, it also gives the opportunity of children or less experienced gamers to be able to play and beat this game. However, through experimentation, higher level players can craft ways to achieve the same goal and reward, but in a different fashion. Like some of the examples we went through in this video. We didn't necessarily need to jump that giant gap to get the new donk, and we didn't need to go around the corner to get that moon. We could have easily swung our way to victory. But it's that experimentation and playing around, just trying things to see if they'll work, is something I think they put in this game to really bring in that mature audience. That's the most fascinating thing about this game. Mario Odyssey is a kid's game. However, it's designed in a way so it can captivate both young and mature gamers. It really unifies us as a community and brings us together to be able to play the same game. You don't even need to learn all of Mario's crazy moves in order to beat Mario Odyssey. Many of the skills I developed, I learned in the post-game after just playing around and experimenting. This is an achievement not many games can pull off, and that's why Mario Odyssey is just such an impressive feat. The best part is, as this community and game grows and evolves along the years, we're only going to continue to discover more crazy stuff. Do you like Mario Odyssey? How about Zelda, Splatoon, other Nintendo Switch stuff, Nintendo in general? You should definitely hit that subscribe and join us. I don't know, we have fun over here. You don't have to if you don't want to. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big awesome like. I had fun making this video. If you'd like to see more like it, that's the best way to indicate to me that I should make more. And as an early announcement, we will be of course streaming the upcoming Splatfest, being sci-fi versus fantasy. I'll be doing a reaction video to, Marina and Pearl talking about that Splatfest in the next few days, so definitely look forward to that as well. Thanks for watching, I really do appreciate it. Thanks for all your awesome comments, your likes, your shares, all that great stuff. Thanks again guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!